The courtroom fell silent as Judge Tegan Hayes slammed his gavel down, sentencing the defendant to life without parole for a hate crime against a gay couple. But as the bailiff led the man away, Tegan's phone buzzed with a text from his sister. "Mom's in the hospital. Come now." His heart raced. He hadn't spoken to his mother in months, not since their last explosive argument about his sexuality. Rushing to the ER in downtown Manhattan, Tegan found his mother, Evelyn, unconscious after a fall, her bedside table cluttered with old letters spilling from a hidden box. Letters addressed to a woman named Clara, filled with passionate declarations of love from decades ago. Tegan's hands trembled as he picked up one envelope, yellowed with age. The words jumped out. "My dearest Clara, every night I dream of your touch, but society chains us." His mother, the pillar of conservative values who had disowned him for being gay, had her own secret? He stuffed the letters into his briefcase, his mind spinning. How could the woman who preached family honor and traditional marriage harbor such hypocrisy? As Evelyn stirred, her eyes met his, and in that moment, Tegan knew his world was about to shatter. He drove home to his Brooklyn apartment, the letters burning a hole in his bag. His partner, Michael, a social worker with kind eyes and a steady presence, was waiting with dinner. "What's wrong?" Michael asked, seeing Tegan's pale face. Tegan collapsed onto the couch, pulling out the letters. "My mom. She's been hiding this. Love letters to a woman. All these years, she's condemned me, but she's..." Michael's face softened with empathy, but Tegan felt rage bubbling up. "She made my life hell, Mike. Forced me into therapy as a teen, cut me off when I came out. And now this." They read through the letters together under the warm lamplight. Evelyn's words painted a picture of forbidden love in the 1980s, when she was young, before marrying Tegan's father. Clara was her college roommate, and their affair had been intense but short-lived, ended by societal pressure and family expectations. Evelyn wrote of heartbreak, of choosing a normal life to avoid scandal. Tegan felt a twisted sympathy, but it was drowned by betrayal. "She chose to bury it and punish me for living openly," he said, voice cracking. The next day, Tegan visited the hospital. Evelyn was awake, frail but sharp. "What happened?" he asked, avoiding the letters. She sighed. "Slipped on the stairs. Getting old." But her eyes darted to his briefcase. "Did you take something from my room?" Tegan hesitated, then pulled out a letter. "Who is Clara, Mom?" Evelyn's face drained of color. "How dare you invade my privacy?" she hissed. "That's ancient history. It means nothing." But Tegan pressed. "It means everything. You've hated me for being gay, but you loved a woman." The argument escalated. Evelyn defended herself. "I made sacrifices for this family. I married your father, raised you kids in a stable home. That was a phase, a mistake." Tegan shot back. "A mistake? Like my phase you tried to cure." Nurses peeked in, concerned by the raised voices. Tegan stormed out, leaving Evelyn in tears. Back at work, he couldn't focus. Cases blurred as his mind replayed the confrontation. Was he wrong to expose her? Or was this justice for years of emotional abuse? Michael urged caution that evening. Confronting her like that might push her away forever. "Think about what you want. Revenge or reconciliation?" Tegan paced the living room. "I want her to admit the hypocrisy. She led anti-gay rallies in our church, for God's sake." But deep down, doubt crept in. Evelyn had been a widow for 10 years, devoted to her community. Exposing her could destroy her reputation in their small suburban circle outside the city. As days passed, Tegan delved deeper. He searched online for Clara, finding an obituary. Clara Thompson died 5 years ago, a successful artist in San Francisco, openly lesbian. Photos showed a vibrant woman, and Tegan imagined his mother's hidden grief. He felt a pang of understanding. The same societal chains that bound Evelyn had tried to bind him. But he had broken free, becoming a judge advocating for LGBTQ rights. Why couldn't she? Tensions mounted when his sister, Laura, called. "Mom's distraught. What did you say to her?" Tegan confessed about the letters. Laura gasped. You can't tell anyone. It'll kill her. But Tegan argued. Secrets like this poison families. Look what it did to me. Laura hung up, furious. Tegan realized the rift was widening. That night, in Michael's arms, he whispered, Am I becoming the monster she accused me of being? The conflict simmered. Tegan attended a gala for LGBTQ youth, where he was honored. In his speech, he spoke vaguely of family struggles, earning applause. But inside, guilt gnawed. Was exposing Evelyn's past a step toward healing or destruction? He decided to meet Clara's family, hoping for closure. Flying to San Francisco on a weekend, he tracked down Clara's niece, Sophie. Over coffee, Sophie shared stories. Aunt Clara never got over your mom. She kept her letters too. Tegan showed Evelyn's, and Sophie's eyes widened. This explains so much. Clara said her heart was broken by someone who chose safety over love. Returning to New York, Tegan confronted Evelyn again at her home, now discharged. I met Clara's family. She loved you till the end. Evelyn broke down, sobbing. I was scared. My parents would have disowned me. I thought marrying your dad would fix it. For the first time, Tegan saw vulnerability in her eyes. But you didn't have to hurt me, he said softly. They talked late into the night, unpacking decades of pain. Yet, as he left, Tegan wondered if forgiveness was possible, or if more revelations awaited. The fragile truce with Evelyn lasted only a week. Tegan received a call from his uncle, Robert, a staunch conservative and family patriarch. What's this nonsense about your mother? Laura mentioned letters. If it's what I think, we'll handle it quietly. Tegan's blood boiled. Handle it? Like you handled my coming out. By ignoring me? Robert's voice hardened. Family secrets stay buried. Don't drag us into your agenda. Tegan hung up, realizing the letters had ignited a family firestorm. At work, a high-profile case landed on his docket. A discrimination lawsuit against a church for firing a gay employee. The parallels to his life were uncanny. During pretrial, Tegan struggled to remain impartial, his mind drifting to Evelyn's hypocrisy. Michael noticed his distraction. You're letting this consume you. Talk to a therapist. Tegan nodded but delayed, burying himself in research instead. He dug into family history, finding old photos of Evelyn and Clara at college, arms linked, smiles genuine. One evening, Evelyn showed up unannounced at Tegan's apartment. Michael excused himself politely. I need those letters back, she demanded. Tegan refused. Not until we resolve this. She sat, defeated. Clara was my everything, but I chose duty. Your father knew nothing. Tegan asked, Did you ever love him? Evelyn whispered, In my way, but it wasn't like with her. The admission hung heavy. Tegan felt pity, but also anger. You projected your shame onto me. That's not fair. The conversation turned raw. Evelyn confessed to attending conversion therapy herself in secret after Clara. It didn't work, but I suppressed it. Tegan shared his own therapy horrors as a teen, forced by her. Tears flowed from both. I thought I was protecting you, she said. Tegan retorted. From what? Happiness. As she left, Evelyn paused. Don't tell Laura everything. She's not ready. But Tegan knew secrets bred more pain. Laura confronted him the next day at a family lunch. You're destroying Mom for your vendetta. Tegan defended. It's about truth. Mom's been lying to herself. Laura stormed off, vowing to cut ties if he exposed more. The family divide deepened. Tegan's cousins whispered, rumors spreading. At a barbecue, Uncle Robert pulled him aside. Drop this, or you'll regret it. We have influence. Tegan stood firm. Threats won't silence me. Professionally, the pressure mounted. A journalist friend, sensing turmoil, probed, heard family drama. Story there. Tegan declined, but the seed planted. Could public exposure force change? Michael warned. That could backfire. Think of the fallout. Tegan agonized, pacing nights away. He dreamed of Clara, urging him to free Evelyn's truth. Deciding to seek balance, Tegan joined a support group for adult children of closeted parents. Stories echoed his hidden affairs, denied identities. One man shared outing his father, leading to suicide. The horror struck Tegan. Was he risking Evelyn's life? He confided in Michael. Maybe I should burn the letters. But Michael said, or use them to heal, not weaponize. Evelyn called, voice shaky. I want to meet Michael properly. Dinner. Tegan agreed warily. At the restaurant, Evelyn was polite, asking about Michael's work. But tension simmered. When Michael mentioned pride events, Evelyn flinched. I marched against those once, she admitted. Tegan tensed, but Evelyn continued. I was wrong, seeing you happy. It hurts because I never was. The vulnerability cracked Tegan's armor. For the first time, he hugged her goodbye. Yet betrayal lurked. Laura, snooping, found copies of the letters Tegan had scanned. She emailed them to Uncle Robert, who threatened to disinherit Evelyn if exposed. Robert confronted Tegan at his chambers. This ends now. Return everything. Tegan refused. It's Mom's story to tell. Robert left fuming, hinting at sabotage. The case in court intensified. Witnesses testified to church bigotry, mirroring Evelyn's past. Tegan ruled in favor of the plaintiff, a landmark decision. Media hailed him a hero, but personally he felt hollow. That night, Evelyn confessed more. Clara wanted to run away, but I said no. I regret it every day. Tegan asked, would you change if you could? She nodded, tears streaming. As High Treo built, Tegan faced a choice. Keep the secret or push for family therapy. He opted for therapy, booking a session. But Laura boycotted, calling it brainwashing. The session with Evelyn was brutal. Accusations flew, truths unearthed. Evelyn admitted resenting Tegan's freedom. Tegan forgave tentatively. But outside, protesters from Robert's circle picketed his home, signs reading activist judge. Michael stood by him. We're in this together. Their love strengthened amid chaos. Tegan realized his relationship was the anchor Evelyn never had. Yet, doubt lingered. Was reconciliation genuine or fear-driven? The therapy sessions became a battleground. In the third meeting, Evelyn exploded. You think you're the victim? I sacrificed my happiness for this family, Tegan countered, and made me pay for it. The therapist mediated, urging empathy. Slowly, layers peeled. Evelyn shared childhood pressures from her religious parents, who disapproved of anything deviant. Tegan related, recalling her forcing him to date girls in high school. Laura finally joined, begrudgingly. This is ridiculous. Mom's not gay. Evelyn hesitated, then said, I was in love with Clara. It was real. Laura's face crumpled. Why hide it, Evelyn? To protect you from judgment. The room fell silent. Laura left in tears, but texted Tegan later, I need time. Progress, albeit painful. Societal backlash escalated. After Tegan's ruling, conservative groups targeted him. Online trolls dug into his personal life, labeling him biased. A petition circulated to remove him from the bench. Uncle Robert fueled it, anonymously tipping media. A tabloid article hinted, Judge Hayes' family scandal. Tegan panicked. How much did they know? He confronted Robert at a family gathering. Call off your dogs. Robert smirked. You started this war. Tegan warned. If you expose Mom, you'll destroy her. Robert laughed. She's collateral. The betrayal stung. Tegan realized family loyalty was conditional. Michael suggested a getaway to the Hamptons. There, under sunny skies, they walked the beach. Let's focus on us, Michael said. Tegan agreed, but his phone buzzed constantly. Evelyn called. Robert's pressuring me to denounce you. Tegan advised. Stand up to him. Evelyn whispered. I'm scared. For the first time, Tegan felt protective. Back in the city, a turning point came. Tegan was invited to speak at a LGBTQ conference. He debated mentioning his story. Michael encouraged, anonymously, to inspire. On stage, Tegan shared. My mother hid her truth, and it poisoned our family. But facing it brought healing. Applause thundered. Unbeknownst, Evelyn watched online, moved. She called after, that was brave. I'm proud. Tegan choked up. But pride was short-lived. Laura discovered Robert's plan to leak the letters. She warned Tegan. He's meeting a reporter tomorrow. Tegan rushed to Evelyn's house. We confront him together. Evelyn nodded, steeling herself. The showdown at Robert's office was intense. Give back the copies, Tegan demanded. Robert sneered. Or what? Evelyn spoke up. If you leak this, I'll disown you. Robert blanched. You wouldn't. Evelyn. Try me. I've hidden too long. Defeated, Robert handed over files. Victory, but at a cost, family ties severed. Healing began. Evelyn attended a PFLAG meeting with Tegan. Hearing stories, she cried, I wish I'd had this. Tegan introduced her to friends, including a lesbian couple. Evelyn listened, prejudices crumbling. Michael bonded with her over cooking, sharing recipes. Yet, internal conflicts persisted. Tegan questioned his ethics. Had he manipulated the situation? In therapy, he admitted, I wanted her to suffer like I did. The therapist noted, forgiveness starts with self. Tegan journaled, processing guilt. A subplot emerged. Michael's ex, a jealous type, resurfaced, spreading rumors about Tegan's unstable family. Michael shut it down, but it added stress. Tegan proposed spontaneously, marry me, Mike. Let's build our future. Michael accepted, tears in eyes. Wedding planning intertwined with family drama. Evelyn offered to help, a gesture of amends. Laura reconciled, apologizing. I was blind. But Robert lurked, sending threatening letters. Tegan filed a restraining order, escalating tension. As the wedding neared, Evelyn gifted Tegan Clara's ring, found in old belongings. She'd want you to have it. Tegan wore it, a symbol of closure. The ceremony was intimate in Central Park. Evelyn walked Tegan down the aisle, whispering, I'm sorry for everything. Vows exchanged, joy amid tears. Post-wedding, peace seemed possible. But a final twist. A letter from Clara's estate arrived, containing Evelyn's returned correspondences. Reading them, Evelyn broke down. I let fear win. Tegan comforted. It's not too late. Evelyn decided to volunteer at LGBTQ centers, turning pain to purpose. Yet, shadows remained. Tegan wondered if full reconciliation was illusionary. Michael's support grounded him, but moral ambiguities lingered. Was exposing secrets right, or a form of revenge? The honeymoon in Hawaii was blissful, but reality crashed upon return. Tegan's judicial review board summoned him over potential bias complaints, fueled by Robert's allies. In the hearing, accusations flew. Your personal vendettas influence rulings. Tegan defended. My experiences inform empathy, not bias. The board cleared him, but the stain lingered. Media scrutiny intensified, with outlets probing family secrets. Evelyn faced her own backlash. Church friends shunned her after rumors leaked. Ironically, not from Robert, but a loose-lipped cousin. She confided in Tegan. They're calling me a hypocrite. Tegan replied, welcome to my world. Together, they attended a rally against discrimination. Evelyn held a sign. Love is love. Photographers captured the moment, going viral. Laura struggled most. Her marriage strained under the drama. Her husband, conservative like Robert, questioned loyalties. Laura confided, he's pressuring me to distance. Tegan advised, choose your happiness. Laura filed for divorce, a bold move. Thanks to you, I see clearly, she told Tegan. Michael's career flourished, but jealousy from colleagues arose. A promotion offer in Chicago tempted him. What if we move? He asked. Tegan hesitated. With family healing here? The decision weighed heavy, testing their bond. Arguments ensued. You're prioritizing them over us, Michael shouted. Tegan realized his obsession with family redemption risked his own life. In therapy, the family unpacked more. Evelyn revealed aborting a pregnancy from her youth. Possibly Clara's influence? The confession shocked. Tegan felt layers of trauma. Why tell now, Evelyn? To free myself. Laura bonded over shared pain, forging sister-brother alliance. Societal elements deepened. Tegan judged a case involving a trans teen suing parents for rejection. Echoes of his youth haunted him. Ruling for the teen, he faced death threats. Security increased, straining daily life. Michael worried. Is this worth it? Tegan affirmed. Change requires sacrifice. A betrayal hit hard. Evelyn, under pressure, spoke to a reporter anonymously, downplaying her past. It was a youthful mistake. The article twisted words, portraying Tegan as manipulative. Hurt, he confronted. You betrayed me again. Evelyn sobbed. I panicked. Trust fractured anew. Rebuilding took time. Tegan organized a family retreat in the Catskills. Activities forced communication. Hikes, campfires, stories shared. Evelyn's first kiss with Clara, Tegan's coming out horrors. Laughter mixed with tears. Laura announced pregnancy, a new beginning. But moral dilemmas persisted. Tegan discovered Robert bribing officials to tarnish his reputation. Exposing it could end Robert's career. Michael urged, let it go. But Tegan filed a report, leading to investigation. Robert's arrest made headlines. Prominent businessman in bribery scandal. Family ostracized Tegan further, but Evelyn stood by. You did right. Personal growth accelerated. Tegan wrote a memoir outline, anonymized. Publishers interested, but he hesitated. More exposure? Michael supported. Your story helps others. Evelyn contributed chapters, her perspective adding depth. As tensions peaked, a health scare. Evelyn had a minor stroke. In hospital, she whispered, don't let my mistakes define you. Tegan vowed. They shaped me stronger. Recovery bonded them. Wedding anniversary approached. Michael surprised with vow renewal. Friends, family attended, minus Robert. Evelyn toasted. To second chances. Joy prevailed, but undercurrents of loss lingered. Tegan reflected on choices. Outing secrets sparked chaos, but also awakening. Was the pain justified? He pondered as life moved forward. With Robert's redemption tentative, family dynamics shifted. Holiday dinners included awkward but civil exchanges. Evelyn flourished in activism, speaking at events. I hid for too long, she'd say. Tegan admired her transformation, but scars reminded. Trust earned slowly. Professionally, Tegan was promoted to appellate court, a milestone. Celebrations mixed with controversy. Opponents claimed affirmative action for gays. He ignored, focusing on justice. A landmark case. Overturning a ban on gay adoption. His opinion cited personal insights, drawing praise and ire. Michael accepted a local promotion, easing relocation fears. Their home became a hub for gatherings. Laura's baby shower united them. Evelyn knitted blankets, symbolic of mending. But inner turmoil brewed. Tegan had nightmares. Exposing letters leading to Evelyn's suicide. Waking sweaty, he'd cling to Michael. Did I go too far? Therapy explored. You sought truth. Consequences followed. Tegan accepted, but guilt lingered. A surprise. Clara's niece Sophie visited, bringing artifacts. Aunt wanted Evelyn to have these. Journals detailed their love. Reading aloud, Evelyn wept. I loved her so. Tegan facilitated a memorial closure ritual. Societal pushback continued. A bill in Congress threatened LGBTQ rights. Tegan lobbied against. Protests turned violent. He was shoved, bruised. Media frenzy. Judge assaulted. Evelyn rallied support, her evolution complete. Laura gave birth to a boy, naming him Tegan. Holding the newborn, Tegan felt legacy. Teach him acceptance, he told Laura. She nodded. From all of us. Yet, a dark turn. Anonymous threats escalated to a break-in. Letters stolen, copies of Evelyn's. Robert denied involvement, but suspicion fell. Police investigated. Fingerprints led to a hired thug. Robert confessed under pressure. To protect the family name. Betrayed again, Tegan pressed charges. Robert pleaded guilty, sentenced lightly. The trial exposed everything publicly. Headlines: Judge's mother in lesbian affair scandal. Evelyn faced paparazzi, but stood tall. I'm not ashamed anymore. Tegan supported her press conference. Family secrets destroy. Truth heals. Fallout was immense. Friends distanced. Others rallied. Michael's agency lost clients, but he stood firm. Worth it for you. In quiet moments, Tegan questioned morality. Was forcing exposure ethical? Michael. You gave her a voice she denied herself. Rebuilding, they traveled to San Francisco, visiting Clara's grave. Evelyn left flowers. Forgive me. Tegan felt peace. Back home, life normalized. Tegan authored articles on family reconciliation in LGBTQ contexts. Evelyn co-wrote, Their Bond Unbreakable. As story crested, a final choice. Publish the memoir? They did. Titled Hidden Letters. Bestseller sparking debates. But personal cost. Strained extended family ties. Worth it? Tegan pondered. The memoir's release ignited national conversation. Talk shows invited Tegan and Evelyn. They shared candidly. I was the oppressor, Evelyn admitted. Viewers resonated. Letters poured in. Stories of hidden loves, forgiven pasts. But criticism mounted. Conservatives boycotted. Liberals questioned Tegan's judicial impartiality. A recall effort failed, but stress took toll. Tegan considered resigning, but Michael, don't let them win. Laura's family thrived. Her son a joy. She mediated with Robert post-prison. He's changed, she said. Tegan met him. Apologies sincere. Tentative truce. Michael and Tegan adopted a child. A girl from foster care. Evelyn doted, making up lost time. Grandma's here, she'd say. Yet, mouth Wan Dao Duk persisted. In quiet, Tegan debated. Did his actions justify the pain? Families torn, reputations scarred. High Treo resolved in a family council. All aired grievances. Betrayals, sacrifices. Forgiveness granted, boundaries set. Tegan's career soared. He lectured at law schools on ethics in personal versus professional life. Evelyn found love again. A widow friend, platonic but deep. Companionship, she called it. Tegan smiled. Whatever makes you happy. As narrative closed, peace settled. But Tegan reflected on choices. Shocking discoveries, confrontations, redemptions. Was exposing a parent's secret the right path to family healing, or a selfish act of retribution? The memoir tour took them across states. In Boston, a fan shared, Your story saved my marriage. In LA, protests disrupted, but security handled. Back in New York, daily life, court by day, family evenings. Michael cooked. Evelyn joined weekly. A subplot resolution. Michael's ex apologized. Closure. Laura's husband returned. Reformed. Double dates ensued. Robert volunteered at shelters. Atonement. Tegan mentored young lawyers, emphasizing integrity. Evelyn wrote poetry, publishing a collection on lost love. Their daughter, Lily, brought laughter. Park outings, stories told. Internal monologues. Tegan journaled gratitude, regrets minimal. Climax reflection. Initial shock of letters led to this stronger bonds. Societal impact. Policy changes inspired. Bills passed. Final gathering. Thanksgiving. All present. Toasts to resilience. Yet, the question lingered, inviting debate. In pursuing personal truth, did Tegan cross moral lines? Or was it necessary for collective growth? Was forcing a family secret into the light an act of courage or cruelty?